Did we go live?
Anything else? Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Roll Hit Die Presents our Sunday night game of the Kindred of Savannah, our Vampires the Masquerade game. Let's see. Before I hand it off to my players to give introductions to themselves, the map in the middle of the screen, of course, is a satellite view of a Google map, but I've got it brought up on Roll20 so that our players have an idea of what's going on in the area. We use Roll20 for maps, immersion, battles, whatever we can to immerse our players into the game itself. Most of the miniatures that are on the screen, you'll see 3 of them right here on top of the Club 51 Degrees. They are created through the Hero Forge packet, our website. If you go to heroforge.com, you can create your own custom mini, and you can create it from a miniature size for your tabletops or all the way up to a statuette size. But if you subscribe, you can turn that digital mini into a digital copy that you can use in your digital games. You can see that talking is a bit of an issue tonight. Also, you'll notice on our screen here to the right hand side we have a marker for a company called GUI Cube. Now, GUI Cube is a 5th edition D&D style world created by the company of GUI Cube, but expanded upon by the community. The D&D community or the roleplay community that's out there has taken the time to add their collaborations to the GUI Cube books. So if you were able to grab one of their books like the World of Ziathe, the Encyclopedia Ziathica, what the hell is it called? Anyway, if you check them, you can find different little areas that are either in a city or out in the wilderness. It has been created by other dungeon masters and game players of D&D out there in the world. I think I have 3 of them are currently... Ooh, hey, look at that. I'm getting messages that aren't supposed to be coming up. You'll see that I have 3 of them that are out there. One is a brothel. Also, in the campaign series, Chapter 3, you run into my actual character, who is Shadrick Dagar. You'll notice I've actually introduced myself as Shadrick Dagar several times on here, social media, and that character was actually taken and put into their game. So if you haven't had a chance, go to GUICube.com and check them out. In the future, they'll have another Kickstarter, and we will keep you informed of that. I think that's it as far as those kind of announcements are concerned. Down below, we have links for Extra Life and our website. Our website's being worked on by Marcus, and once it's done, I'm sure it'll be glorious. But the Extra Life is the most important one. We keep that running year-long in case you can and want to give. You have that opportunity to click that button and give money to help out the Children's Miracle Network as well as the children's hospitals. So, without further ado, as I said before, I am Dan Latham. I am the Game Master for tonight's game, and I'm also known as Shadow Dagar on social media such as Twitter. Down below me, we have...
Hello. My name is Curtis Ross. Tonight I am playing a Brujah by the name of Dom or Igor, whichever is thrown out there at the time. And currently looking like a 1950s-ish greaser because, had to change the look and still got to stick out somewhat because, of course.
Alright, well, following Domenico, we have our resident DJ. Master Beats? No? What's your name now?
Well, hello. I am Marcus Scott. I will be playing a Toreador who has an identity crisis because he changes his name every episode, give or take. But as of right now, he is Angel DJ Spike Salvatore, who loves vampire movies, so he's kind of got a kick of, oh, I'm a vampire now, and finding, sadly, that the tropes he sees in movies isn't what really happens. But he will reference them, and reference other TV shows, such as the V-Team, and things like that.
Yes, the next time he asks, I will let him discover if he can sparkle.
That is an introduction for a later time in tonight's episode. So after Devon, we have our newest acquisition to the V-Team, I suppose. Johnson?
I am... Is that me? Is that
yes,
my turn now?
yes, that's you.
Yes.
Alrighty. I am Edward. I will be playing Dante Rain, your Lasombre.
And then, depending upon what day it is, depends upon the way you pronounce this fella's name. Which is even better when he's not muted.
Yes. Sorry, I'm currently playing the Dachshund Sophie. I am Jude or Judd, depending on what day it is and how I'm feeling that day. I am the Nosferatu of the group. At least I look Nosferatu. Beyond that, I've been a resident of Savannah for a long time.
Alright, and we have a new character that will be making a appearance not before too long, so once that character makes the appearance, we'll go ahead and allow the introductions to go at that point in time. So, until then, we're not going to do much of a recap of last week, because last week was pretty much a sit-down conversational session between our newly turned vampires and their employer, I suppose is the best way to put it. And I think there's a little flirtation and dating going on. Oh, what? Camera's changing. We've lost Dante. There he is.
Yeah, that happens.
So, we left off with that conversation going on. We'll jump back at it in a minute. But last session we started with Dante on his way to 51 to meet up with the rest of the group when his phone rings. And he answers his cell phone. Now, when you answer your cell phone, Dante,
Yes.
you hear, I want to say Celeste. Celeste is screaming on the other end. She sounds extremely scared. If you remember the conversations you were having prior to leaving, I think she was ready to bounce because of fear of being blamed for what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she tells you they're there for her. She's trying to get away. She figured she'd call you first. And halfway through the phone conversation, you hear the phone or a loud bang as the phone is thrown from her, hits something you don't know for certain, and you hear scuffling or a fight of some sort going on the other side of the receiver.
Mm-hmm.
At that point in time, I took it upon myself to assume you would turn tail and run back towards where you just came from.
Yes, absolutely.
And that is where we pick up.
All right. Well, then, yeah, I'm hauling it all the way back to the place.
Alright, and I think we determined you were, 4 or 5 blocks away?
Yeah.
Alright, so as soon as you get there, the front door is off its hinges. It's been busted off its hinges.
Wow. Okay, so then I'm going to carefully, cautiously go through the front door and just look around the room I'm in.
Okay, as you look through the front room, you notice that the coffee table has been broken. All the furniture is pretty much slung to the side. You can definitely tell that there was a physical confrontation in this room.
Oh. I'll just kind of look around like, well, I actually kind of enjoy that coffee table. I'll look like, is there like a sign where they might have drug her or any blood somewhere around here?
Give me a... Doggone it, I didn't bring up my sheet. Give me a roll. Let's see... Where's Christoph at? There we go. We'll say investigation and intelligence.
Gotcha. Two successes.
Alright, so yes, you actually do find blood. Not a bunch of it, like, somebody took a lot of damage, but you do see where, maybe a cut here on some of the glass on the where the coffee table was at. A spray here or there on the wall. but you don't see like a blood trail where she was drug away. But you
Okay.
do know that the fight or the scuffle went past the living room into the other rooms.
Mm-hmm.
As you're investigating, you come across where she tried locking herself in her room. That door was, of course, shattered open. The glass to her window leading out was broken, but you can see where she may have been drugged back in the room at that point in time, and you notice the blood and stuff on the glass where she may have been cut in the process. You also find her phone underneath the bed.
I want to grab the phone and see, like, go through messages or even pictures and videos, see if she might have accidentally got a picture during the scuffle of anything.
Doesn't appear to be. She was on the phone with you trying to let you know.
Oh, wow. Can I look around, see if like there's a note or something saying like maybe someone was left something that I can like track down?
Like a ransom note?
Yeah, basically.
Let's see. Give me another investigation roll.
Got you.
Actually, no. Give me an intelligence. Where'd my damn sheet go? Not an investigation, but give me an. What's the role you have to use for using electronics? Give me that role.
Okay.
I know you have like a special.
3.
3 successes?
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, you're worried about frying the phone, but you are able to access the phone's voicemail. And you find a message in the voicemail that you don't recognize the voice, but the message states, "We see that your friend was not harmed, which means you had something to do with what happened the other night. Don't go anywhere. We're on our way to get you."
Okay.
It is a rather gravelly male voice that you pick up. No name, and the number seems to be unknown.
Okay. So, being irritated that someone kidnapped my friend, I'm going to punch the wall, then take the phone, and I guess start walking back to the club where I know the rest of the people I met are. See if they might know the voice or they can help me find this person.
Okay. On your way back, you're a few blocks away when you notice a homeless guy come running out of the alleyway. Granted, you're still far off. You don't get a good clear look at him, but a homeless guy comes running out of the alleyway like somebody just, tried giving him the bubonic plague or something.
I'll start walking towards him, and when I get close enough, I'm gonna stay like arm's length though, because I don't know what could happen, and just try to get his attention. To basically just waving so he just focuses on me, so I can try and talk to him.
All right. He doesn't pay you any mind.
Okay.
He seems to be dealing with his own insecurities, apparently.
Then I'll just go up and kind of like put my hand on his shoulder, saying, "What is happening?"
Who are you?
That's not important right now. Why are you freaking out?
Because
Before I get to it.
Homeless dude in the alleyway was trying to give me tuberculosis. If you don't mind, I've got to get myself checked out, and he runs away.
Homeless guy in the alley. Is there another homeless guy in the alley that I can see?
Well, at this point in time, no. You do not see another homeless guy in the alley.
Wow. Okay. Well.
But you have an inkling suspicion of who that other homeless guy might be, because you've met an individual that kind of looks homeless.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I think during all of that, probably just start heading back to the club again because that's where I knew for a fact everyone was gonna be at.
All right, so you come up to the door. Fell doors is yeah. What can I do for you?
Trying to get inside.
Well, I mean,
'Cause I
we have a front door. Is there a reason why you're coming around back?
I like being different.
I mean, I understand that, but if you want to come in a club, you need to go to the front door. This is like for employees only.
What if I do work here?
Never seen you here before. Who hired you?
Profile. Bob.
Who?
Bob.
Bob hired you.
Yes.
We don't have a Bob that works here, man.
I don't know. Some dude in a suit named Bob told me I can work here. I don't make rules. I'm just letting you know, Bob.
You know what? I'll check. What's your name?
Dante.
Alright. He gets on his phone, makes a phone call. Yeah, there's a dude back here in the back says his name is Dante and he was hired by Bob. Oh. Why didn't he just say so? Why did he say Bob? I don't get paid enough for this. Alright. Yeah. Bob. Okay. Upstairs.
Alrighty. Nice talking to you, and I'll head upstairs.
He just shakes his head, closes the door, and locks it. You head upstairs. Everybody else was doing what when we left off last session?
We did a little break-in and entering already.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, we had already gone and talked to the other chop shop. Went to the print
That's
shop
right. You
to
dealt
get
with the
the
gang rules and the chop shop. All right.
Heard about a little miss.
So you guys aren't currently there when Dante arrives.
Heartstorm.
Yeah. Yeah, you heard about a Heartstorm issue. So you are let into Kristoff's office. Dante.
Yes.
They told me you took off running the other direction. Is everything all right?
No. I'm not even going to sit there and lie. Did not even a little bit. My home literally got broken into. And pretty much everything's broken. Including my favorite coffee table.
Any idea who may have broken in? We can try to get things replaced and probably have our men in the law enforcement to have them arrested. And anything stolen?
Besides a person, no.
Well, I mean, you probably should have led with that.
I thought I did. Well, it was very eventful. A lot happened in a few minutes from walking from here today.
So, your friend, are they kindred or kin? Or kind?
Kindred.
Kindred, alright. Any affiliation?
We have a close connection.
No, I meant any affiliation with any of the groups in the area. Do I need to worry about any of them showing up if we decide to look into the matter?
No. Not at all.
Okay, so they're not Camarilla or Anarchs or anything along those lines?
No.
Well, the boys have all gone out to take care of another issue that has arisen. They should be back shortly.
Mm-hmm.
So, why don't you go downstairs and make yourself comfortable until they return. Once they return, we can get together and I will put some feelers out to find out about your missing friend. What was your friend's name?
Celeste. I'll take out the phone, just kind of set it in front of him and play the voicemail to see if he might recognize anything.
That does sound awfully familiar. If I wasn't mistaken, I would swear that was Donovan, but I'm not real certain. I'll have somebody look into it. When the fellows get back, we can discuss more into it. And as soon as I find something out, I'll let you know.
I appreciate that.
Alright, so a couple hours later, you guys have finished up with your gangrel issue.
And Jude, you went and were talking with, or watching with another gangrel, aren't you? That's where you ended up?
I ended up.
At the park.
Oh no. Yes, he was a gangrel, but he was part of the Camarilla.
Camarilla,
He was
yeah.
one of the sheriff's people. Because they went back, I think, to the club. Jude went off on his own.
Yeah, I was trying to remember if that's where you were right now.
We're going to see if we can figure out who Miss Sarah Hudson was.
And we
Well, we figured out that who she was. She's a ghoul who's a lawyer, most likely attached to the prince.
so...
Oh, not the prince, the baron.
Okay.
Yeah, we learned her email, where the files or the flyers were delivered to. When we got to the club, you noticed that there was a Bruja enforcer, the Bruja enforcer, Otavio Emmy, who works for the prince. So you stayed in the car until it got away, and we went inside, and you went and talked with the sheriff's gangrel. So.
Alright, so about this time you guys come in. Dante, what have you been doing to pass the time while they were gone?
Probably, to be honest, finding the darkest corner I can that's semi-clear enough at my sight and using shadow cloak and just sitting.
Alright, give me a wits and awareness.
Gotcha. 3 successes.
Okay. Usual crowd you would expect to see. You don't see any kindred moving around in the group down here, so you're pretty certain that this is more, humans and mundanes than kindred. I mean, granted, there is that one that's kind of oddly dressed to be in a club that seems to walk with a better grace than most humans, but other than that, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary.
Considering parties aren't really my thing,
Yeah,
after I was just sitting there, I probably wouldn't head back up to his office.
yeah, you didn't have a very good time at the last party you went to.
I did not, no.
I mean, they had steaks, but not the kind that people like to have, especially kindred.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you gentlemen come in the door from your mission.
Is Becky still at her seat?
Yeah, she's not moved too far from it. She seems to hang out where you leave her. She's
Just like that.
Hunter, I guess DJ Hunter, he's up there and he's got like several of them dancing around him now. He just lets them come up as soon as as soon as one started, the rest of them think it's all right. So he's got a nice little harem himself up there dancing around with him. He sees you come in and gives a nod your direction.
Nod back to him. Give Becky a little peck on the cheek. Tell her I'll be right back. I gotta go see the boss man. And whatever you need, just let Zoe know.
Okay.
That-
And so he tells you as you walk by that she's not done anything really other than she had a meal. She's had a few drinks, and a couple guys have come up to buy her drinks, and she's refused them. Other than that, she's just been sitting there.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's kind of weird, but yeah, she's just sitting there. Sometimes staring off into space.
Oh, you don't think she's one of those clingy types, do you?
I mean, I don't know. I could ask if you want me to, but
Yeah, if you don't
Not
mind.
really.
I mean, We had fun, but you know.
Okay. And she just walks off and continues doing her job.
Yep. Up to the boss, man.
Okay, and it's just you and Dominico right now, right?
I believe so.
All right. So you head on up. Dante is now currently in there.
Yep. I'd inform him about the everything we did last time. The enforcer out front, like last time.
Yes,
So
I have someone watching him as well. He seems to be more concerned with what the agents are doing than anybody coming and going here. Seems to be trying to figure out what exactly they're surveying, if you know what I mean. It's as if somebody told them they have a place of interest here on the street. So your endeavor went well.
Yeah, somewhat. We found out who made the flyers. Apparently she's some lawyer, according to what I could find on her social media. She looked like a lawyer type. Sarah Hudson.
Yeah, the name does not ring a bell. But then again, I have my own lawyers I deal with. I don't tend to know every lawyer in town. Well, I mean, if you think it's a fruitful endeavor to check that out, then, you know, by all means. But before we go much further, Dante has an issue. I figured you gentlemen would like to listen in and maybe assist him with that. Plus, I've made a few phone calls, so while you gentlemen are discussing things, he gets up, turns, and looks out the window as if he's trying to find somebody.
Okay. What seems to be the problem?
My friend literally got kidnapped when I just left.
Oh, that's not great.
It's not.
Did they got a name?
I did not get a name, but I have a voicemail, and they broke my fingerprint too.
Oh, that's a shame.
It is.
IKEA?
The door. You got a what?
Is it IKEA?
I don't think it was.
It is now.
I'll pull out the phone and play the voicemail, see if anyone might recognize it.
What kind of front page does your friend have?
If you've ever seen it, it's a skeleton sitting on like a crescent moon holding a coffee cup.
Okay, so nothing like, you know, pictures of her and you and all that fun stuff.
Nah, at least not on the front screen.
Okay. So yes, you guys hear the message that I said a moment ago about knowing that she had some sort of involvement in what happened the other night due to her friend being alive and on the streets after the fact. And that they were coming to collect her.
I mean, there was somebody that was kidnapped that we heard about, but we didn't know if that was your friend.
Most likely.
What's the last name again?
Miss Heartstorm is what they claimed her name as.
That was her.
Oh, cool. Yeah, no. She's gonna get tortured and probably killed, I would say.
Well,
Jesus
okay.
Christ! Hey, she gonna get tortured and killed.
Okay, so then do we have a location so we can prevent that from happening?
I believe so.
I mean,
No.
was it
No
at
one
the
spoke.
church?
No, you did not actually get a location as to where she may be being held at. You just have an idea who has her.
Yes.
The Anarchs, right?
Yeah, the Anarchs, but we heard it from a gangrel who's allied with them.
Okay. So then, can we go back to said gangrel so I can ask?
Sure. Oh, are we gonna go all taken on them?
You know,
We
there was
got-
like 16 of them and 3 of us when we were there. And, you know, I really didn't think they were the diplomatic type. I was
But we all
surprised we got
have a
as far as we
special
did.
set of skills.
So then, okay. No, we can do it. We got it. We got it. All I gotta do is punch the biggest guy in the room.
So what do y'all want to do?
I'm all for it.
Alright. Yeah, you can try and convince them to let you talk to them, but they know that we're not anarchs.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Well, we're not tan either, so it's not shouldn't be that big of an issue.
I guess.
All right, so who's driving?
I can. We can get a ride. Pull out the phone, ring out Marcus.
Whichever one works, except for the stranger. I don't like new people.
Well, that's going to be a bit of a problem. Because I'm about to introduce you to a new person.
Oh.
And about that time, the door opens up because somebody received a phone call as they were walking around the dance floor. And let me go ahead and turn that camera on and introduce our newest member of our game. Or I'll let him introduce himself.
Hi, I'm Sparkles. How are y'all? And what you see is a person that looks like she's wearing a Chun-Li outfit with the buns, with the streamers, and she's just like the life coming to you, even though she's dead. But she walks in with a strut. Y'all may recognize her. You may have seen pictures online. She is an influencer, and she will let you know that.
So that means
but
only
she
one person here would probably recognize you.
Yeah, but I don't care. Everybody will know me for who I am as soon as I get through talking with them. But yes, I'm Sparkle. And as she walks in and sees all of you around, she then leaps up into the air and comes down in a pose of a Chun-Li pose, superhero pose. Hi, I'm Sparkles.
Hi. Isn't that rough on your knees?
No, not anymore. Used to be.
Oh.
Not anymore. Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, so Sparkles here was finishing up a gig in Atlanta, and I called her to come down here and assist. I figured she would fit in with you quite well.
Second place again, sweetie. Second place.
I told you how to handle that.
I will not kill the competition.
You can always break their legs.
I haven't really thought of that.
Anya hardened that bitch.
Well, I mean,
But
there is
it's
also another
not
way.
fair.
You can always have a conversation with Angel here, and I'm sure he has ideas of how to help you get first place from Miss Han.
Angel's which one here?
Oh, that would be me.
Oh, she comes walking over. Are you sitting down or standing up?
I'm sitting down.
She jumps into your lap. So, sweetie, tell me, what ideas do you have?
Well, I apparently have a...
Oh, wait a
connection
minute.
with ladies.
Angel, before you continue with that comment, he clicks on his computer, turns the screen around, and says, "This is the competition." It shows you a picture of what Yaya Han looks like online.
Oh, that bitch.
Ooh.
She
Yeah,
always
introduce
seems...
her to me.
Oh, sweetie, you will like her.
I could always use another person from our herd.
No, she's not that type of girl.
He doesn't tend to give them choices.
Well, I mean, I don't give them choices either. Man, nerds are awesome. Cosplayers, on the other hand, they are a specific breed of character. And they are good character. Well, not all of them. Some of them are really bad. I mean, you should see what they do at Dragon Con. All these damn stormtroopers. You can't even bite them.
Well, there was the one a few years ago you told me about that you could have. I think she just had the helmet on and the rest was lingerie.
Oh yeah, she was yummy. But I mean, I did no. I'm sorry. Cosplayers are not food.
Yeah, so
Cosplayers are not food.
They're friends, not food.
Well, I mean,
and
if they
cosplay does not
breed-
mean consent, so let's just make sure we put that out there as well.
Who needs consent? Oh, I'm sorry.
All right.
So why am I here again? I do have Dragon Con to prepare for,
Yes, well, that's still months away.
but it takes me that long to do my costumes.
Well, I will front you whatever funds you need for your costume making. Just assist these gentlemen with whatever troubles they have for now.
Sure. Angel, again, she puts her arm around you, looks into your face, and goes, "What's the deal going on?" Oh, who
Well-
are your friends? Hi, I'm Sparkles.
That's Dom, that's Dante, and we have like a taken situation going on. So we're gonna go kick some ass and rescue this girl.
Oh, so
Not my trophy.
So Chun-Li or what's the other one that I do? That
Or Bruce Lee.
I was thinking more of the Baroness, but that's just me.
oh, you want the Baroness? I'll be right back, and she leaves the room.
That's a
And while
lot
this
of
is going on, what exactly is Judd in the process of doing?
That's a lot.
You're
to
muted.
process.
The first
Doesn't
sentence
like
was
to
a
come
lot.
back for a while. He had some other things he wanted to kind of work on. Elijah got him to thinking about things, and so he is people watching those that are going in and out of clubs. I mean, he might be, asking for money every so often from them, but he is watching people.
Okay, anything specific that you were watching for?
He may be changing his feeding habit at some point soon. And truthfully, probably after meeting Sparkles, he will.
Oh no. Alright. So, what is it you're looking...
Angel's already gotten him on one thing, so it's like,
What is it that Judd's looking for?
Really, he's just looking at these entitled elitist pigs that need to be destroyed.
Judd's doing some growing.
Yes.
Alright, so yeah, you notice a few... Give me a wits and awareness. I want to see how well you notice something. And we'll see if that has any bearing on what you do.
Oh, I should probably open my character sheet.
That might be handy. I'm sitting here trying to figure out how to rearrange our heads up overlay.
You said wits and awareness.
Yes, please. All right. Yeah, you notice
Okay.
most of the people coming and going inside these clubs you've been eyeballing are the younger crowd, the 20s or the college kids. You do notice a group of, the best way I could put it, for my own references, preppy college boys. Like 4 of them. But the odd thing that you notice is they're walking only one girl out. And they're not walking her out as if she's to the side and with them. She's in the middle, and it's obvious. With the 3, it's obvious that 2 of them are holding her up. If that has any bearing on what Judd wants to do.
Oh, yeah, he is going to follow.
Alright.
If only I were there.
If
I
only.
only almost killed one of them.
So give me. Well, you don't give me a rouse because you are using your ability, right?
Yes, I am.
Look at you.
That's what I was actually pulling up right then. So yes.
So all right. So you follow them about 3 blocks down. Then they'll turn into an alleyway.
Okay.
One stays behind at the opening of the alleyway, just kind of leans against the wall and pulls out a pack of, high-dollar cigarettes. Lights one up and just stands there and kind of looks around as the other 3 continue down the alleyway.
I'm continuing.
All right, and they get about halfway down the alleyway, look around, make sure there's nobody watching, and the ringleader decides to start trying to have his way with the girl who is barely conscious.
Yes, and so what's going to happen is what happened to the cop.
Okay, so give me that nice physical nut cruncher. That
Dex
punch.
Or strength.
You're gonna want brawl, right?
Yeah.
So give me that.
So Dex.
No,
Brawl
it's strength and brawl.
Strength and brawl.
Because you're not being seen, so therefore it's not like I got to worry about you being dodged.
Yeah.
All
Not
right.
the best roll I could have made, but
No. He's apparently because he's not a cop.
yeah.
This guy, he whips it out just as it gets punched, and then drops to his knees with a little bit of a high-pitched squeal. Not as chokingly as the officer was earlier in the a few nights ago, but enough that he feels like he got mule kicked. The other 2 are looking around, trying to figure out what the hell's going on. The girl takes this opportunity to take off running down the opposite way of the alleyway as best she can. Granted, she's not able to do too well because she has been drugged. And you can smell it on her sweat.
Yeah. The other 2 are just going to hear, don't like.
Let's see if we can figure out what kind of roll we can do for that one, shall we?
Yes.
Intimidation, manipulation. Sounds
Okay.
like a good one.
I don't have intimidation yet.
Well, add 2 dice to whatever you roll, simply because you're a disembodied voice at this point in time.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's 2. Yeah.
All right, let's see. All right, it was enough that both of them are somewhat not scared silly, but scared enough they grab their friend and start heading back out the alleyway.
Okay. And I'm going to take the other guy. I don't have that much hunger, but I am going to see what it's like to actually feed on one of these entitled kids.
All right.
I'm only getting 1 from him.
Yeah, so you're not gonna. You're just getting a sip.
Yeah.
So are you trying to do more of an alley cat type of feat?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that would be grapple and strength and grapple, I think, is what it is. Because that's
So
what I have. It's
brawl.
a 307.
It would be brawl then, right?
Yeah.
Grapple is its own thing, I thought.
No.
There is
Nope,
not
it's a
so-called
specialty.
grapple.
It's a specialty under brawl. Yeah, sorry.
So, and strength.
Strength brawl, yes.
Okay, that's 2.
All right, so you decide to have a little bit of a snack. You tell me, how do you think that would make Judd feel?
Well, tell me what the resonance is.
See,
Because I probably
you're asking me
moved him
hard
from
questions.
horny to fear.
Well, yeah, you currently have the taste of fear because he has no idea what the hell just happened to him. The emotions he went through to begin with was superiority, um, sexual hunger, and then stark fear. So I don't know exactly how to explain what kind of resonance you'll get from all that, but it's kind of more fear now than the other.
Mm-hmm.
With there was arousal, then fear.
Okay.
Our little boy Judd's grown up. He's no longer drinking Capri Suns.
Well, no, he will still be doing that for a while, but he's probably moving between choleric to sanguine. So, okay. Where I'm not going to really worry about the resonance, what it does for him right now. He's going to just sit back and enjoy it. You know, there's kind of an ecstasy that he's never experienced that he's experiencing now.
All right.
And there's kind of a rush.
Doesn't take but maybe 15 minutes or so before you hear somebody running down the alleyway towards you.
Okay. I'm still hidden.
Yeah, it's her and an officer.
Okay.
So she went and got some help.
Okay. I'm just going to sneak out of the way.
Yep. You see him get cuffed because he is definitely still sitting there.
Yeah.
And that's that for that scene.
Yep.
So what is Judd doing now? As everybody else is making their introductions to Sparkles, who disappeared for a moment and will be returning here shortly.
Truthfully, I'm not sure.
Did you have like a game plan beforehand when you left the group? Because you talked to Zeke, and you were talking to not the sheriff.
You didn't give me his name, but it was it was a gang girl who was one of the sheriff's people.
Right. With the Camarilla, and I thought I gave you his name. No, because you dealt with Otavio's the one that's watching the club, but I didn't tell you who you were talking to.
Well, my plan was actually just to start going back to the graveyard after all this, but I'm actually now going to go and leave a message for Ezekiel.
All right, what's the message?
You may be right, Jay.
Alright. So, you guys are sitting in the club. Judd has not returned yet. Last you saw him, he got out. He stayed in the cab to let it roll down the road a little ways. And see, Sparkles has left the room all of a sudden, strangely. What are you guys doing?
So is Sparkles all right in the head? It seems like there might be something loose.
Sparkles?
There's a lot happening there.
Oh, Sparkles is fine. She's just Malkavian.
Oh, okay. I've only ever heard about
That's
that.
right. The two of you are rather fresh to all this. Behooved of me to rob you of your adventure to find out what that means. And he kind of chuckles under his breath as he pulls out a cigar and lights it.
Okay. So, with the pause of everything going on and Judd being gone a while, Jude being gone a while, whatever, I'll just send Jude a little message saying, "Are you okay?" and leave it at that. Through the phone.
Yeah, he's at least gotten. Tom has at least helped him to understand tech things, so he will text back, doing fine.
Good, he's not dead.
You mean dead her?
More dead, yes. that works.
All right. So, Sparkles, you return.
So, Sparkles walks in. She walks in. Her hair was black in the buns. Now it's slicked back all the way back. Wearing black glasses. Wearing a skin tight black outfit with a cobra on the top of it. Red with stripes that looks like a cobra. On her side, she's got a gun that looks real. And these boots that, as she's walking, the clop, clop, clop sounds like it her presence should be noticed. And she walks in and goes, "Hello, I'm Barracks Sparkles. So, what shall we do? And who shall we keep? Hail,
Alrighty then.
Well, I don't think we should be killing anybody tonight.
To my knowledge, no one's dying, but the night's still young, so that can change.
So we have a chop shop that can give us a lead on to where not his girl, not your
Not
girl.
mine.
They might not give us a lead, though.
So we might have to,
convince them.
yes.
Now I see why you need the Barracks.
Yes.
Shall we go to the shop of chop?
The shop of chop.
The shop of chop.
Okay.
I do have a carrot. It's. I have a vehicle downstairs that we can.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't think we want to use Marcus because he might get tied back to here.
Well, I was thinking drop us off a little ways out. Just a taxi. But if you have a vehicle, that's perfect.
Certainly. Shall we go then? I just feel like this atmosphere is not Barracks material. It's kind of rock.
Well, you gentlemen have fun. He chuckles one more and takes a drag off the cigar.
I walk over to him, take the cigar out of his fingers. Thank you. He hands the cigar back.
Yes. Enjoy your evening.
El Cobra. And she turns around and walks out.
Okay. Well, let's reach out to Jude.
Oh yeah, he said he's doing okay.
Okay. Well, let's roll out.
I'll send Jude another text asking if you want picked up. We're gonna go out and about.
Sure. I'll text you a street corner.
Okay.
And Angel will set down the piece of napkin he was doodling on. That has that on there in Discord, if anyone's interested. And he walks up.
Alrighty then.
Oh, Discord is.
So you guys make your way out with the Baroness in the lead.
So, gentlemen, do you want to drive or do you want me to?
That's a good question.
I can drive.
That's fine. We just need to drop by and pick up some homeless guy on the way by.
So the Baroness gets into the passenger side, hands over the keys, and goes, "It's the rental, and I've got insurance paid for it."
Alrighty.
Oh,
Once
no.
everyone gets in, I'll. Yes. start it up.
All right. So you guys make your way.
In the very back, y'all see containers that it looks like probably 6 or 7 different costumes in different plastic containers in the very back. But it's a 3-seater plus more, so it's almost like 15 to 20 foot long SUV. It's not a normal SUV.
Well, we could have used this the other night.
Yeah, but then we would have had to, sign paperwork, put names on things, made it messy.
That's true.
So who are we getting from this place? By the way, here, pass it around. Put your numbers in.
Okay, I'll try. There's no guarantee it'll work.
But you do not have to use a phone.
No, for my clan, technology is not something that decides it likes you very well all the time.
Oh, you're one of those.
I am.
I understand. What's your number, sweets?
Don't worry, I got it. I'll get put it in.
So,
Can I roll to see if it works? Do I put it in?
Just to put it in, I think it'll
Yeah.
be fine.
Alright. I'll just put it in like it works, and then I'll pass the phone.
Toss mine in there, simple enough.
I'll put mine in and then flip open your Insta and put my Instagram page and all that and have you follow.
once you get to the Instagram page,
Uh-huh.
there's a lot more revealing looks. It looks like she does a lot of stuff to gain male followers.
Okay.
What are you trying to say? She's a thought? A Twitch thought?
Yes. There's a reason why she's got OnlyFans and makes a money.
Right.
I guess whatever pays the bills.
We don't kink. Hey, we don't kink shame on this show.
No, we do not.
All right, so
If I could, I would.
you guys make your way to.
You can. You just might not get paid a whole lot. But I'm sure there's people out there.
Yeah,
Oh,
that wants to see a overgrown leprechaun dancing around? Yeah. No.
Oh, honey.
Sadly, there probably is a market for that, but we're not going to get into that on this show. So you guys make your way
Until after
towards.
9 o'clock.
Yeah, it's not 9 o'clock yet, gentlemen. We got to keep it somewhat clean.
Oh,
Sorry.
No, I'm just messing. So where are they picking you up at?
Random street corner. Instead of trying to find it on the map, just random street corner.
Okay.
Probably still in the Congress area because that's where a lot of the bars are.
All right.
okay.
Do you share with anybody your delightful meal?
Well, I'm sure that somebody opens up the door and I will get in. Not sure if I'm going to be sharing fully yet, but
Do
So,
we see you at this random corner?
no.
Alright.
Don
Pull up
has Don has just gotten used to opening the door.
He said he was going to be here. Where the fuck is he?
Probably here somewhere, yeah. Just kind of leave the door open ajar slightly.
And yes, somebody does get in and close the door.
And when you get in, you notice the newest individual, and of course, Sparkles realizes they opened the door for nobody at all.
Is this person coming?
I'm here.
Yeah, it's just a disembodied voice we've gotten used to.
I am one of the spirits of Savannah.
You're one of the hidden ones. I get it. You're just ugly. But I can fix that.
Some people say that.
Ooh, I'd love to see him in costume.
Oh no.
Would,
Anyway, hi, and you are.
I am Baroness Sparks. It's nice to meet
Baroness Sparkle. So you're an anarch?
you. No, I'm. Oh, let me just tell you, I'm just a cosplayer. It's wonderful, isn't it?
A what?
So, I'm no. I work for an organization. They're trying to take over the world. Hell, Cobra. So,
Cobra.
again, gentlemen.
Wait. So, wait. Are you saying you're a follower of Seth?
Oh, who's sad?
Is he a cosplayer too?
I mean, I know a person named sad.
Did you and Angel know each other before this?
I'm sorry. I just met Angel tonight.
Yeah.
But
I was a follower of hers. Yeah.
it's cute, isn't it?
That now is making a lot more sense.
So, what? We're going to the shop of Chop.
Oh. This has been a revealing night already, and I think something else has been revealed. Okay.
What'd you find out, Jude? What'd you find out?
That there is crazy shit in this car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
So where are we going?
To the Game Girl Chop Shop.
The shop was shot.
Why? Are you going to get us into another bad deal?
No. We are gonna go rescue his not girl.
Oh,
We
we're
really
rescuing.
should say we.
Yeah, we got a taken situation here.
No, I thought we would
Since
just
we all-
talk to them about that. I didn't sign up to get myself killed again.
Whose girlfriend? I mean, I take
Not
it
his
Dante. Dante is
Yes.
your girlfriend.
No.
And
She's not my girlfriend.
Then why
your
are we going?
significant other.
We live together.
I hear people say things like that.
No, we just live together.
Is she one of your herd?
No.
Then why are we going after this person?
Because she means a lot. One of the few people. I have a very short list of people I actually care about. Very short.
So,
Wow, you actually have a list.
Yeah. Yeah.
are you planning to embrace her?
No.
Again, why should we kill her?
You don't have to. I just need you to at least help me get to where she's at. Past that, if you want to watch, you can. If you want to help, by all means, that's all.
I don't
Okay.
know. I think I would have rephrased that wording with some of the things I've been hearing so far tonight in this car.
How do you know she's been taken?
I'll play the voicemail, and then I'll describe what the house looked like when I got in there. They broke my favorite coffee table. And my door. They didn't pay any bills now, so they just barged right in.
Oh,
And
the-
who's your girlfriend?
Her name's Celeste.
the connecting link was remember when we were there talking to him?
Yeah.
Scab said how he's excited to see what they do with Miss Heartstorm.
Yeah, because there was somebody back out on the street that should have been dead.
Apparently.
I just point
Okay,
right at Dante.
now I get it. So you're going to go to the Anarchs to try to get this person back because they think she's the one that outed their party.
I'm starting to have a very strong distaste for anarchs, or people in general, but that didn't change much when I was alive. But yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so then I guess we need to this time.
Uh,
This time. Oh wait, you can't see that I'm looking at them. This time we should have a plan.
Have a good deal, not a get screwed over kind of deal.
Like,
Maybe you could convince them that the information we got is enough information.
well, yeah,
And then that side of our thing will be done as well. And that's why we're coming back.
yes.
What information are you talking about?
You're
Then-
new here, right? You just came down?
you know,
I'm trying to help if possible.
yes. They found out that okay. Long story short, the Anarchs had a buffet at a club named Elon. The sheriff and the FBI both raided at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So we found out who made the flyers for the club, thinking they might know something. It was this. Sorry, I need to get back to the voice. It was this lawyer.
And this lawyer may be aligned with the Anarchs. Hopefully we can just say that that's enough information and call it square. Right, Angel? That'll be enough information, and that'll make us square.
Yeah, with my bike. But what about who's not girl?
That's the other part. As long as we're square on one side of deals. And it's not, it's your bike now, but it wasn't your bike before.
But it was.
No, Devin
I
was
bought that
dead.
bike.
Angel was here. Devin was dead.
Okay. Fight for one last thing. Devin died.
That bike belonged to nobody. Devin was dead.
Okay.
Fine.
So, I'm just gonna sit back,
Okay.
just reflect on this evening.
So where you heading?
To the chop shop.
The shop of Chop.
Talk to them.
Scab. We're
Okay,
looking for Scab.
so yeah, you pull right back up to the place, and nothing much has changed since you left. Still the group out there working on their bikes. So a couple sitting back drinking, a few inside.
We're scabs. I got some info for them.
Hello, gentlemen.
Yeah.
You're
Who's the new person you got here with you?
I'm Baroness Sparkles. It's so nice to meet you, gentlemen.
Don't know. Hold on. He walks away.
Oh, he's got such a cute butt.
Now, mind you, this is an entire group of gangrels, is what this is.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Those rugged outdoorsy people.
yeah, he walks away. A few minutes later, Scab comes back out. Thought we already had our dealings for the night. Something wrong with what we thought we had a deal. And what the, who's the girl?
I bring some eye candy.
I mean, yeah, she's kind of. I mean, did you guys come for a costume party or something?
We're about to head to one, but I need to wrap up our little dealing. We found out who made the flyers and dispersed it amongst everybody, and we believe she is the leak. Are you familiar with the Miss Hudson?
Just hand over the envelope full of the paperwork with the email. The
No,
receipts, all of
I don't know nothing about that. Nothing more than what we already discussed.
Well, apparently.
OCC, where is Dante?
Would have followed with you guys.
Okay.
So you're out there with him, right?
Yes.
What's he doing here?
Well, we also need some more information from you.
But you're still not telling me why he's here.
Because
Well,
my
he's,
friend got killed.
Okay. I'm going to come back out of being invisible now. Okay. It's
Oh.
real simple.
You guys don't
Okay.
fucking scare the hell out of me when you do that shit.
Okay, look. I'm just going to make it real simple, okay? You remember that raid on the FBI thing?
Yeah.
Okay, these two did it. It was to get back somebody. Well, let's just say the FBI was interested. They picked up this guy also. That's why he's out on the street. The FBI took him. These two rescued him. Are we all good?
Okay, so they had him.
The FBI had him.
The SI had him.
Not we. These two broke him out.
Oh hell. And you, yeah, of course, everybody knows you're friends with Heartstorm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scuttlebutt is, being that you were out, that she let leak what happened. That's why the SI attacked.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'd hate to be your friend.
I don't know who told what. She kind of kept some of her life private, but for the most part, they still broke into my house and took my friend. So like, you know where they are?
Sparkles is being flirted with by a couple of the gangrels that are around the bikes.
Okay, now I go all for it, but I am paying attention to what's being said, even with the flirting going on.
So yeah.
Come in.
Sorry, Lauren.
Hello.
So yeah, your friend. I'd hate to be in her shoes right now. Like I said, they're probably grilling her for all sorts of information.
Which is why I need to get there to stop the grilling from happening.
I can't tell you where that's at.
Oh, come on, buddy. Can
Because
you not?
I like being something other than a pile of ash. If I tell you where they're doing that at, then the Baron's gonna have my hide.
A disembodied voice says, "Hey, could you just call the bear?" Wait, hold on.
Not the Baroness, the Baron.
Hold on. Could you just go on and call Baron Tudor and just say Dante is here? I have a feeling he's gonna want to talk to me.
Why would the Baron want to talk to you, Dante?
I
Never
wish
mind.
I knew.
You're right.
I just
You're
want-
right. My mind was. Can she stand over there? Because she's a tad bit distracting in that tight ass outfit of hers.
Oh, sweetie, I can do that for you. Oh, Mr. Jude. Mr. Jude.
Yes, I'm around.
She reaches out until you hold her hand.
Okay.
Come
I
with
will
me.
come over and something holds your hand.
Okay. And she guides you to the back of the SUV and opens up the trunk area. Goes, sit right here and let me see your face again. Please.
Okay.
And then she starts opening up containers and taking out makeup and the plastic, all the stuff to make up her face. And she starts working on Jude.
Alright.
Fix his face.
Okay. He looks homeless. He looks like he is diseased.
I'm a vampire. I don't care.
Yeah.
But that persuasion check there, Dan, was for all and trying to convince him to let us know.
And you spent the willpower to try to boost it.
Yes.
I'm saying
So,
4.
All right. he walks away, goes back in towards like an office area that he came out of earlier. A few minutes later, he'll come back. I left a message with the Baron's people. Apparently he's probably overseeing this personally, so they still won't tell me where he's at, but I did tell them Dante is here and that, you know, what information you guys gave me on that score. One of y'all did give a number, didn't you? Last time? You gave Scab a number last time with your dealings. Somebody did, I thought.
Yeah, if not, I'll give him mine. It's easy as that.
So yeah, I gave him your number to contact you when he's available, or as when they get the message to him.
Perfect.
That's the best I can do, guys. I mean, like I said, I don't mind dealing with you and, you know, doing some side business deals, but I still got a hierarchy I gotta follow too. And I'm not gonna betray my Baron for any reason. Even if the sheriff himself from the Camarilla was sitting here in front of me threatening to stake me, I would still have to hold on to that.
I mean, that's understandable, I get it. But like I said, if y'all ever need something that the Anarchs don't want to get their hands dirty on, or the V-Team got you.
The what?
No.
What?
Talk
What?
about it first. We're not throwing that out there just as a blanket. Yeah, we got your back no matter what.
I'm still trying to figure out this V-Team thing. What are you talking about?
His own little world.
Okay. Well, I got work to do, and just wait for a phone call till I can tell you. And he turns around and starts walking back inside.
Were you able to convince him that the information we had was enough to make us square?
Don't think that ever came up.
It came up at the beginning of information here and there, but...
I mean, you guys were talking about it on the way here, but I don't think it came up on the conversation once you got here.
I handed the paperwork over with the name, emails, where who done it.
Yeah.
And then
Well,
just
he didn't
right
elaborate.
into
I think he got sidetracked with the other part of the conversation.
Yeah.
So we'll just say that is the case.
Okay. So
again, your friend is probably dead.
We'll huddle in the back. Does anyone know where the Anarch person normally roams?
No. And I'm gonna assume my friend's not dead until I see that she is dead. Or usually.
Alright, so what's going on in the back of the car?
So I'm trying to put makeup and make him look presentable. So, and using, all my little gadgets and gears to make him look better.
Alright, so what kind of roll shall we do for that? Is there a performance? Let me check.
Well,
Yeah.
I would think with what I'm doing is probably craft.
Craft. Yeah, well, I mean, craft or performance.
Yeah,
And we'll use dexterity.
Since this is cosplay, that gives me an extra dice.
Alright.
So dexterity. What's my difficulty?
Difficulty of 2.
Yeah, go ahead and roll 2. We're just going to see what you get. So tell me, what cosplay character have you created here for Judd?
It's Destra.
Oh, God. Okay.
So you guys come walking back around the corner, the back of the car, you see Sparkles with all this paint and makeup and stuff laid out, and dressed in Judd's clothes currently, because all that Sparkles is working with was makeup, is a fella with what looks like an iron mask.
Silver.
Well, silver, metalish looking mask.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sweetie.
Luckily, he's bald, so.
Which made it easier.
So, Sparkles looks around and goes, Destro? The Baroness. The perfect couple.
Oh.
Will somebody explain
Hey.
who Will somebody explain who Destro is?
I will do that in the car.
Does Sparkles have clothing for Destro?
Unfortunately, she does not.
Okay, so you just have the makeup. You're a homeless Destro.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe you have to stop by the store or something on the way out. You know, pick up some
Yes.
outfits and some clothing.
Yeah. Okay.
So as we get back into there, I pull out my laptop. I pull up an episode of GI Joe, and it's the one with Destro and the Baroness, and they're doing something together, and of course showing all these loving scenes that I think they've had like 3 or 4 the whole run. And she turns around and goes, "Watch this," and it's about 10 minutes of them interacting with one another, and it's a corny's 80s cartoon show, and you now look just like the head anyway looks just like Destro.
Why did I give up here?
Why did you give up what?
He was a heroin addict. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's right, heroin. Okay, all right.
So now you're a lot prettier than you were. You don't look like. Well, you still got to do something about the clothes. But
That's all a matter of opinion. But, well, I mean, I get my clothes locally.
oh, where?
Bonaventure Cemetery.
Well, it's some of the earlier graves, not the old ones, but the earlier ones, like last week, would probably have some better clothing options.
Yeah, I just keep wearing it until it falls off pretty much, and then I go find some more.
Well, I could take you to get some.
No, it's okay. I mean, I'm just on the street most of the time.
Well, if you change your mind, or if you want a new face, I'll be happy.
Okay.
Happy to help you.
Yeah, I can tell. There
Now.
might be times I need a new face.
Gentlemen, so we're off to see the Baron? Is that what I heard?
Waiting on a phone call, I guess, from the sounds of it.
Yeah.
Tonight, the next night, months from now.
What's the gentleman's name? The gangrel leader?
The guy we just talked to, all I know is his name's Scab. I don't know the leader of the.
Oh,
of the,
well, the Gangrel clan leader here in town is Donovan.
Donovan. Okay.
Donovan, Salona, I think, something like that. And Talon Tudor is. Do I have that right? That Talon Tudor is the Baron?
Yes.
Okay. Talon Tudor is the Baron.
I don't know. I don't think we said you've seen who the Baron is, but you have heard who the Baron was.
I've heard who he is. I've never met him.
No, but I will say you have seen him. But your character doesn't know that.
Being a baron and all, he probably like egotistical and all that. So shouldn't we just go find the biggest house and assume that's probably his?
Don't assume things about the Kindred.
Yes, because some do not like to live that way. They like to do influences in the background.
And
No.
I mean, barons and princesses can be cold-blooded killers.
Yeah.
Okay? They're going to maintain their power. Doesn't mean they necessarily have massive egos.
Phone rings.
Answer it.
Yeah, who's this?
This is Dominic. Dominico.
I don't know Dominico, but I was given this number.
Yes. We were talking with Scab, and in fact, here, just I'll ask Dante. Can you talk on phones, or?
It's a 50-50 if it works.
We have Dante with us, and we heard that might help with an issue of alleviating.
So are you
Misunderstandings.
telling me you'd like to turn Dante in for the reward?
Reward?
Um,
Is a reward?
we were figuring we might just be able to talk and get things sorted out.
You just want to talk and get things sorted out. But you
Yeah,
have
hopefully-
Dante. Now, kind of confused here.
I mean, what is the reward?
Well, we can discuss that when we meet up. I'm not going to discuss it over an open line.
Never mind. Yes. Yeah. But no, we were talking with Scab, and the issue with one lady who is a friend of his,
Yes.
and I think there was a misunderstanding
Who-
from what we got from Scab about
Who are
what
you
happened.
affiliated with? Like I said, I don't know a Dante, and I mean not a Dominico. I don't know this name, and I know all those who are affiliated with my organization.
I'm a bit of an independent. I try to just stay out of business, but sometimes it appears this has got me kind of drug into it.
All right. So you want to meet up to turn in Dante, or are you trying to negotiate something else here?
If we could just sit down and talk and make sure everything's sorted out. I don't feel like I need to turn him in, or I don't necessarily want to cause any troubles either.
I'm going to go get some of Sparkle's, paints and stuff, and I'm going to paint on a barrel. It's not what you think it is. Dante's Return is not what you think it is. You need to hear us out.
When I see that, and it's like not what I think it is, I'm thinking like staked in the heart is kind of the motion I make when you write that. It's like, yeah, turning him in, staked in the heart.
I'm not going back in the box.
So
But yeah,
you want to meet up and discuss something. I'm not quite understanding or quite certain what your intentions are, so tell you what. Do you know where the Botanical Gardens is?
yes, I do. I've been around long enough to know where those are.
Well, then why don't you bring Dante to the Botanical Gardens, and we will have a conversation there. Mind you, don't bring in any outside authorities. And before you show up, are you just you and Dante, or is there more?
So currently I'm traveling with a few people. There's one female and then the three of us. Four.
Counting Dante, there's 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
unless
'cause
you
Judd's-
just don't tell about Judd, my bad.
Yeah,
I'm son.
yeah, Judd. Judd is
Yeah,
not there.
ignore
There's 4.
Judd.
Yeah, that's what I was like, when I saw you say 5, it's like, no, I'm not counting Judd.
Understood. I was being
Yeah.
overly helpful, which I shouldn't have been.
No, and when I saw that, I was like, yeah, there is 5 of us, but I don't want to include Judd, so.
So,
'Cause
3
Judd wouldn't
males,
be able
1
to relocate.
female. One of those males is Dante. The other one is you.
Correct. The other is a friend of mine who I've been closely associated with quite some time. But we will meet you at a specific time, or tonight,
You
tomorrow.
have 30 minutes. And he hangs up the
Okay.
phone.
Hey
Go to the-
Siri, what's the address for?
Yeah, let's head to the Botanical Gardens. We got not a lot
The
of
address
time.
for the Botanical Gardens is 1388 Eisenhower Drive, Savannah, Georgia.
Directions, please.
Do you want the fastest route, the most direct route, or less mileage?
Fastest route, baby.
Did not quite understand your query. Please repeat.
Fastest route, Siri.
Siri gives you the fastest route to get there. And you know that it is currently closed and won't opening until 8 o'clock in the morning. But that doesn't really bother you guys whatsoever.
And I'll ask to get off around MacArthur.
Yeah, I would let you know that I did not include you in the numbers.
Good. Because me being there would be really bad.
I think me being there is gonna be really bad.
I'm curious about this reward now.
I think
I know.
I think me being there is going to be really good.
Yeah,
Do we need a superhero?
That's up to you.
I can just get off with Jude, and I can be sneaky while y'all talk to him.
Well,
I think
no, I
you
already
did.
included
Yeah.
you.
Unfortunately.
I tell Angel, drive please. It says 15 minutes, but you never know.
Okay.
Just drop me off around MacArthur, and I'll come up.
Yeah, and you're the only one that can clear your friend. And we're the only ones that can clear what happened to you.
Yeah, that's true.
So Sparkles climbs over the bat seat, climbs over the other bat seat, probably in the very back with one of you, and starts pulling out cases. And she takes off her wig, and her hair is like cut all the way almost to the scalp. So you finally see Sparkle's real hair, and then brings out another wig. It's a short wig, cut bowl shape. Changes her glasses out, puts a coat on, doesn't change any other pieces of the outfit, and now she goes, "Well, if you need a superhero, Edna's available. Just remember, Jay, cloaks don't make a superhero. They get you killed.
No capes.
No case.
Sure.
Clothes, capes. It doesn't matter. It doesn't
Normally
matter.
use tape, but okay.
Well, you're wearing a cloak.
Well,
It's the
okay.
same thing.
It looks like it. It's really just a blanket.
Oh, are you cold?
No.
And nothing on me. Cool.
Why do you wear a
Hmm?
blanket?
Because sometimes other people need it.
Oh, you're such a nice person. I
Yeah,
hate
yeah.
talking to the air, though. Come on, Destro.
No,
Show
no,
me
no.
that,
I'm
show
going to
me
be.
that pretty face.
Unfortunately, I'm going to be getting off before y'all.
Destro, come on. Pretty face.
And so I am diving out of the car at MacArthur Drive.
It's like, oh, come on. Door opens, gone. You see the light pole we just drive by, get a big dent in it.
I think Destro has left the building. Alright, bear with me. I am fixing a few things here. And Marcus went to use the restroom. So you know what? Why don't we go ahead and take a 10-minute break right here? Seems like a good time for it. And I gotta go walk a few four-legged friends. So
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't go too far. We will be right back with this train wreck we call the Kindred of Savannah. I mean, this show that we call the Kindred of Savannah, and I hope you enjoy the rest of it. So, we'll be right back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We're currently working on some camera-related issues and some other issues. So as we get those squared away, we'll be fixing our cameras and waiting on Edward to get back in with us. So let's see. Where are we at? The overlay is a little too big. There we go. Here comes Edward back.
We cannot hear you, Edward.
Alright, that should be better now.
There you are. We can hear you.
Edward, I left you a link in the chat.
Yep, and right now I'm just adjusting the cameras since we got a new overlay to work with. And I need to remove that Devon overlay item right there. That works. For some odd reason I had your token overlay changed up. Then again, it's probably because, you know, your personality and all that other fun stuff has changed so many times.
Alright, now I've got everything fixed. I just technology today. Maybe I am Alessandro because technology is not working for me right now.
Shh. We're supposed to be pretending, Dante.
I guess it's not pretend anymore.
Alright, so let's bring you back up and bring you above the overlay and put you up here so that our viewers can actually see the dice rolls. Yes, I think that works. Alright, looks like we're all back. I just need to verify a few things on the camera angles. Let's see, roll 20. We can adjust the size a little bit here to make that work. Which means I can adjust this up here to make it work. Alright, so we left off with you guys heading to a certain location. You've already checked with Siri. Siri told you apparently it's a 15-minute drive from where you were at. And you guys are heading that direction, correct?
Yep.
Cool.
And somewhere along the lines, a door flung open and somebody jumped out of a moving vehicle. Not quite sure how that went down, but you know, it happened. So what's going on? What exactly is Judd doing now that he's laying on the side of the road after jumping out of a moving vehicle?
Feeling so much better suddenly. He will get up. He's actually going to go toward the botanical gardens, but he is stealthing.
Okay.
There is a lot of stuff where he can hide, such as that hospice right next door, and lots of trees and other things. So he is going to try to get close enough so he can be there if he is needed. But, you know, it's an Anarch thing. I don't really want to get caught up in Anarch feelings.
Alright, so everybody else, pretty much right around the corner when Judd does this dive out of a moving vehicle thing. So, who was driving?
It was the drive roll.
No, unless you're doing some fancy driving, no.
Okay.
I mean, the only time I've had somebody do a drive roll is when they said themselves they didn't know how to drive.
Okay.
Now, unless you plan on doing some fancy, steering tricks and stuff with the car, I'm not going to have you do a drive roll, just to simply drive from one location to the other. So you guys make it. You are out front of the parking lot of the Botanical Gardens. The lot, of course, is currently empty. And why am I bringing that up? That doesn't need to come up. Apparently I hit a button on something I didn't want to hit. Okay, so let's see. With the direction you came from, the fastest way for you to get there was to come down Harry S. Truman Parkway and kick off onto Eisenhower Drive. Right before you guys got to Sally Mood Drive, as when the door flung open and somebody dove out. So your next turn is a right on Agonic, whatever. And it looks like you'll find a parking lot near there to walk to the Botanical Gardens, because the other parking lot is for the hospice. Let's see. Yeah, as soon as you turn right, turn left, and you'll find the parking lot on the left-hand side. So you pull in, and there's only one other vehicle there that you can see.
Okay. Dante, should you stay here while we go talk to them?
No, I think we should all go out there. None of us should hold back or hide, I think.
I mean, I'm curious.
So, go ahead, sir.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say, if he steps out, gets shot, and then they drive away, I'm just saying.
Well, if he steps out, they get shot, and they drive away, then it's a shame.
I mean, my big thing is that I'm not going back in a box with a hole in my chest.
So Sparkles changes hair again, so that she looks like, and glasses, so she looks like Baroness again. And as these people are discussing things, so we're going to meet the Baron, and we're discussing things. Yes, it's time to get out, gentlemen. El Cobra. And she steps out of the car and I guess starts heading toward, I thought it was the Botanical Garden. We were supposed to meet them, not another car in the parking lot. Or did I misunderstand that?
I was thinking we'd just go into the Botanical Gardens. That's where they said to meet them.
Yeah.
In the gardens, so.
Okay. I'll step on out and start heading towards the gardens, but I'll keep an eye on that vehicle.
Okay. Give me a wits and awareness.
Oh yeah, I notice everything.
I mean, I don't want to call bullshit on that, but I have seen your dice rolls. I still see your dice rolls. Let's see how that turned out on the feed. Yeah, okay, it's enough that it'll actually get your dice roll in there, so that's cool. Let's go ahead and pull that in a little bit. Alright, cool. So, sure, there's a car there.
Yeah.
You guys start.
Look how beautiful that tree is, baby.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen.
I was gonna head into the gardens.
Okay,
Me too.
Start making your way into the gardens, and you notice that the gate is open.
Okay.
As you head in, there is a lighted area in the very center of the gardens. Looks like a table set up with some candles on it, and a gentleman in a white suit that you recognize from the party the other night.
Well, Mr. Elon.
Oh no, that's just name I was using for that building. I remember
okay.
you, but you weren't. Interesting.
Yeah.
Have a
I have
seat.
no idea what you're talking
You
about.
can call me Talon, or you can call me Mr. Tudor, but either way, I am the Baron. We need to discuss. Are we discussing?
If he reaches out to shake, I'll shake his hand and take a seat. Well-
Yes, there's a story here with the two of you.
Yeah. I
You
figured it'd be-
survived my little party as well. How did that happen?
I have no idea.
I figured we could lay it out on the line for you and clear things up. But first,
You said there was a table
Yeah,
that's there.
it's the
Okay.
table. It has the number of chairs that he was told was coming, and he is the only one sitting on the other side of that table.
So I go up, not on his side, but on our side, and jump up on the table, and sit on the table, and look at him and smile. Hello, sir. I'm very sparkles. So nice to meet you.
Baroness Sparkles, is it? And
Yeah.
what city, pray tell, are you the Baroness of?
Oh, I have no city per se. I'm the Baroness of the G.I. Jones. And
The G.I.
El Cobra.
I think I'm missing something here, but that's beside the point. I will have to look into that later. So, the two of you... Yes, my lady. We'll discuss at a later date.
So she jumps off the table and then takes one of the chairs and slumps down into it where, you know, her legs are long. and
Draped
laid
over the
out.
side or something?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Interesting lass. So, gentlemen, you survived my party.
Yeah.
Granted, you were supposed to, but not in this manner. Granted, no one's really survived it after my uninvited guest arrived, and I believe Mr. Dante may have had a hand in that. We'll get to that in a second. Tell me, how did you survive, and why are you in the current condition you're in?
well, apparently somebody drug us out of there after everything started going pear-shaped, from what I've heard.
Someone
And,
drug you out of my establishment, and you survived.
And I'll just kind of flick a per se. Look at one of my things.
Did you get turned at my party? There was not supposed to be any embracing there.
I remember this punk rocker biker looking gal, and when everything started going down, gunshots, flashbangs, all that fun stuff, she bit into me, and last thing I remember is a red mist before I was gone.
Okay.
That's what I remember.
Describe her to me in detail.
Okay, let me look at my notes and see if I wrote detailed notes about her. So all I remember is she was a female. She was a lady covered with tattoos, trying to convince me to have a great time, but I turned it away because she didn't quite convince me enough. But I believe she had green hair, a biker jacket, or just a punk rocker jacket. I can't recall.
Yes, that sounds an awful lot like Nesta. Nesta was a rather interesting lass. She did not survive, so I'm assuming that that's what happened here.
Like I said, last thing I remember seeing is a lot of red.
Sparkles, did you catch that comment in the chat?
Oh, I did. Sorry.
Oh, While y'all are taking seats, Angel stopped to smell the roses and picked one and handed it to you when he sat down.
Oh, thank you, sweetie. Always making the bear smile. Destro, he will not be happy with you. But I love it.
I think I understand now. Never mind. So you're describing Nesta Vaughn. Nesta Vaughn was at my party. She was one of my closest friends and
He
allies.
loves me. He loves me.
I'm sorry to hear that you lost someone close to you.
Yes. She was very valuable in her abilities. She was one of my enforcers. And that role is now empty. Maybe you should think about taking your sire's place. And you, flashy one.
Me?
Yes, you. I would have said crazy one if I was referring to her.
Oh, okay.
But I was discussing this with the two of you.
Two of me.
You and your friend. Oh my.
Oh, I came in from Corpus Christi. There was apparently a DJ position open here, and I was looking for a new venue. So I'm just new to town.
Yes, but you're also new to your current condition. Your friend told me about what happened to him, and you were at the party. Actually, you were You were the DJ. I knew you looked familiar.
Yeah.
So, explain to me how you walked away from my party.
I don't think I actually walked away. I was up there doing my thing, and then two goth-looking girls. I think they were sisters.
You're talking about Zola and Zara.
Yeah, we were kind of dancing up there, and they walked away for a moment, and then one of them came back, and we were getting a little freak on, and next thing I know, I wake up in some weird place.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I told you in character which one did not survive.
You told us the other day, yeah.
I'm giving as little information as possible.
I think it was Zara that did not survive.
So,
No, I think it was already hurting.
so Zara will be missed. Her sister still misses her very much. Zara's last name was Yandova. And that would be Devonshire. Yes, the sisters. They usually feed on the same morsel. But she didn't make it, and I'm assuming that's how you returned. And someone pulled you from my club.
I don't know. She was kind of euphoric with her, and then I kind of...
Yeah, I don't need
out.
to know the particulars of that. I wanted to know how you survived my club. How did you get out? How did they decide not to bring you in? Who are you working for? Did you come there with false pretenses?
I went there... under
Where have
the
you been for the
impression-
last 8 nights?
I've been hanging out with him.
That you've just been hanging out in the city of Savannah?
Well, I tried to go back to my place, but apparently I left all my shit at your club, and yeah, it kind of got raided. So I've been, hanging.
Okay, So, two newly embraced,
Authorized?
unauthorized. Yes, thank you. Your name again?
Dominico, but I just normally go by Dom.
Dom. Very well. Yes, two unauthorized embraced, just hanging around the city of Savannah, happen upon the only vampire survivor who is not affiliated that was at my gathering. How does that happen?
I'll look at you and
Well, you remember the girls that we came with?
I don't recall anything. My eyes was on him. I know you were there because you were hired to work the turntable. As far as any of your friends or
By the
people
way,
you
I
came
didn't get
with.
paid for that.
Really?
What about that?
Well, technically, you didn't finish the job.
That was not my fault.
No, the person I hired died. If you want
just
to be
like how their bike was
technical.
stolen.
You're not gonna let that bike thing go, are
Never.
you?
I'll tell you what. I will pay you for your services that night once this is all gathered, and figure out what's going on. Or you can just turn your friend in for the reward that I have.
To make it a long story short, or a long story shorter, the gal I was with, she was dropped off because she survived apparently, but the SI got a hold of her, and a benefactor reached out to us to free her, per se.
So someone asked you to free a human from the SI.
They felt it was unnecessary for them to suffer just because they got stuck in a sticky situation.
Okay.
You
So-
developed a set of skills.
We freed her. They put him, and he was in a box apparently, in the
I
back
was in
of
a
our
box.
vehicle. And when we went to wreck the vehicle, the box was pulled out, and he was inside. Stink.
Care to open your shirt for me?
I'll
Yeah.
pull my shirt, showing where I got
Yes,
stakes.
miss, you were not the one I was asking for, but it looks like,
Did you
Devin.
say Zola? Did
I
you say Zola? You know, I'm Zola. I like my titties like this.
I thought you were
Come
Sparkles.
on. No, the Baron said he wanted Zola.
I'm getting confused here. Please show me the stake mark that proof that you were staked recently, if you don't mind.
I don't have no stake mark. I mean, these are pretty, but no stake mark here. I mean,
I grab it
complete
off of my shirt and I pull down my shirt, showing the stake mark.
Yes, I do
Come on,
keep
Zola
forgetting
needs to make some money.
how much of a hassle Arcavians can tend to be. But anyway,
Oh, come on, sweetie. She gets up and starts heading toward the table, gets up on the table and starts doing a striptease, waiting for the money to flow. Zola is a 2020 movie of two strippers. And that's what she's doing.
that's what just got her kicked out. Okay.
That popped into the Malkavian's mind. Malkavian is doing it.
So you're trying to say you did not turn information into the... Can someone please put a handle on your friend there?
Angel?
I mean, it's distracting. We're trying to discuss a business here, and I mean, the curves are nice and all, but
Why don't you go show her the sights?
Well, all she's doing is trying to work for that money.
yes,
Well,
well,
you got
this.
money, don't you?
No, because you had me buy my bike back and they froze my card.
You froze your own card.
If the Baron is laughing, if not,
No, that was me laughing because I know what he's
Okay.
talking about.
yeah, Zola reaches around him and starts tugging his ear.
at the moment you get close to the Baron, you hear rounds being chambered.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a good idea. Let's just all sit down and relax.
Which is the first indication that you... I mean, you guys assumed he wasn't there by himself, but that's the first indication you get that you're not by yourself. He's got some bully blades, or whatever you want to call them, hanging in the darkness with rifles.
What would I need to roll to come back to another persona?
Maybe...
Composure resolve?
Yeah, composure resolve. We'll do that.
Kind of just a standard willpower roll.
So yeah, the word Zola just clicked and made you start acting out a scene from a movie. Do you want to spend a willpower to try to reroll those two?
Okay. And how do I do that? Sorry.
Just reroll, and you'll click on your willpower that you've used it.
You take a superficial
Yeah,
willpower
there you
damage, but you reroll up to 3, but since you had 3 successes...
Just re-roll 2d10 in roll 20.
The left-hand side.
Or just type it in. You can do up to 3, but you had 2 successes. Oh, that's 3 successes.
Okay, so now you have 3 successes. You are able to rein in your psychosis, I guess is the best way to put it.
Mm-hmm. So
As
as I hear the chambers go off, I look down as my breasts are exposed. She's still wearing a bra, but the breasts are exposed. She reaches down, zips up, and turns around, walks back, apologizes, and sits back there.
Yes. Devin's probably like in his own world at the moment.
Yeah. Well, no, Devin's dead, so. As he keeps being pointed out to me.
He is in his own little
I'm
world.
sorry. Angel is currently in a strange frame of mind, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So, we are in a strange situation here, and well, your friend was making it any better. Dante, you are here to inform me you had no hand in the SI or the Camarilla showing up at our doorstep.
No, because I had a hole in my chest and I was in a box.
Who would willingly go and get themselves stained?
Exactly.
Besides... I just made motion besides.
Grab her hand, push it down.
Gently lowers her hand. Malkavians and their kinks. So, how to best to handle this? Because I have a bounty on you.
Yeah.
Sir, if I can, if you wish, I could shoot him.
Well, I mean, if I wanted him shot, I could have him shot at any moment he walked in the door.
Oh, would that really solve your problem, your mystery?
What we learned is something you already probably know, but we were talking and trying to sort out a kerfuffle with Scab, who I'm sure you got a message from, or got a message from somebody you got a message from.
Yes, they informed me that Scab was the one who gave me your number. They gave your number about this situation.
Yeah, we learned that the flyers that were handed out from Creative Approach were ordered by a Miss Susan Hudson.
Yes,
Sorry.
Hudson works for me. She created the flyers so that I can, in a lack for a better term, entice the food to arrive.
Were they supposedly sent to 1317 Lincoln? Were they supposed to go there?
This is the GM going. What did I tell you?
So the flyers were to be delivered to that address upon finishing of the project. They were to be sent to 1317 Lincoln Street.
Okay, so yes, like I said, the flyers were created for 1317 Lincoln Street. Okay, yeah, that's the actual address of the law office, isn't it? Nope, law office is on 34th
That's where they
Street.
should be delivered. Yeah, it's 22nd East 35th is the law office.
Okay, so, well, I mean, that was her job, was to have those created and then delivered. I'm sure she had them delivered to a central location prior to giving them out or handing them out, I suppose. That still doesn't tell me who leaked that information to the Camarilla, for one, which I'm sure they've got spies somewhere in our organization. I mean, I'll have to sort that out. But the SI is the one that's the more damning. But that's neither here nor there. I'm not asking you to do that. You brought Dante. Dante has assured me he is not my leak. The hole in his chest definitely backs up his claim. And all the answers so far that we've gotten from Miss Hotstorm also back up his claim.
So can I have my friend back?
She is not currently here, but I will give you the address to find her, and I will call ahead to have her left there, and not to be harmed any further than she already has.
Y'all put hands on my friend. Okay.
I'm not surprised that's what happened. Trying to get information out of people. I mean, are all of her digits intact? Is she missing any body parts?
Oh, not yet. Well,
See,
not when
where
I
would've started.
left. Yeah, we don't really start by cutting off body parts. That's usually a last resort. We have other
Different
methods
structure,
we
different things.
use. Some we've picked up from, well, none of your concern. But no, we don't start removing digits until later in the interrogation. We find that if you remove them too soon, you get false information.
Dante just kind of clearly upset, activates Shadow Cloak, and just walks away to just hide somewhere to relax himself.
Never did say I was the smartest.
Hey, you can turn invisible too.
Well, I guess since Mr. Dante has decided to step away from the table, and I have allowed that to happen, I believe our dealings here are done.
Been a
So,
pleasure speaking with you.
I will ask one more time, seeing as how both your sires worked for me. And the services are no longer available due to the fact of, well, you were there, you know what happened.
Not exactly. Like I said, I was kind of caught up in the moment, and then I blacked out and woke up.
Yes, I'll let your friend explain it to you. The point is, the positions are currently still open. I mean, you are independent if you wish to join us. I'm sure we could use your services.
I ain't really getting tied down.
And I'm not actually offering you a job. I'm offering you an organization to be a part of. It's kind of a difference.
Well, I mean, between he and I, we kind of made our own organization. Sort of like. What?
I'm listening.
We did.
Come on, you know the B team's a good idea, bro. I mean, look, we're in between all these parties. Come on. You can be Baracus. I'll be Face.
Yes, this conversation is starting to bore me, so good evening to you, gentlemen. You can think about it, and you have my number. You can reach me if you decide to change your plans.
Okay.
But I will say, yes, miss.
Can I get your number too?
That's our Murdoch.
Oh shit! Yep, you're right. Yeah. Not at this time.
I understand.
I have business on the other side of town to take care of. You can find your friend. Give me a second, and I will give you the address where she
Hey
is.
Siri, where's? I need to give the address.
Where's? Where is it? There it is. The address that he gives you is 655 Louisville Road.
Hey Siri, I need directions to 655 Louisville Road, please.
And when you get the directions, it headlines Georgia State Railroad Museum.
Much appreciated.
We're
Again,
gonna see a caboose.
sorry you
museum.
lost someone close to you that you could count on.
Just, if you don't decide to join our cause, I would strongly suggest you stay out of our way. I mean, I'd hate to see you on the wrong side of a rifle once again.
Well, we have noticed that a lot of people have been trying to kill us. Apparently, like the Camarillos or whatever.
Camarilla? They have?
Is it Camarillo? I thought it was Carmel.
Anyway,
That was Hunter.
you have
Yeah.
a good night. What time is it roughly?
About midnight. Actually, no, it's been a long night for you guys.
It's getting there.
So, probably around about 2:30 in the morning.
Okay. Oh, before I go, that payment? Yes? No?
For him being a DJ.
I'll stop when I hear you say that. It's just gonna hang my head.
Yes, no?
Reaches in his pocket, pulls out a book. Who am I making this out to?
You know, sir, they have these things called cash apps. It makes life so much easier.
You know what? Don't worry about it. Like you said, I didn't finish, so.
No. You were at least running for at least an hour. I can give you that.
I mean, you can write it to me. I'll take care of it for him.
Yeah, I can't do that. I need a proper information for the books. Taxes and all, you know.
Okay. Edward Collins is what I go by now.
I walk away.
That name sounds vaguely familiar. Whatever. Slides it across the table to you. There you go. I suppose we are even as far as that's concerned.
Alright, thanks. I'll quickly mosey on out.
It's a check for $200.
Yeah.
One
probably
Edward
won't.
Collins.
Yeah, I probably won't cash it.
He gets up, dusts himself off, and starts walking away from the table. And as he's walking away, you see others step out of the shadows and follow suit behind him.
I'm waving. Goodbye.
He doesn't seem to pay you any attention now.
Come on, Sparkles. Shake that computer this way.
So as you come up to the car, I'll ask you, so how much did he pay you?
Apparently $200.
Well, and I'll reach in my pocket and pull out a pill bottle. If you're interested, and I'll shake it, you recognize the pill bottle. I'll give you this for $200 cash.
Oh, no. You can have the check.
Nah, I can't cash that check. It's not under my name.
Or you could just give me that bottle.
I'll go ahead and hop in the vehicle.
Oh, will you?
Yep, I don't even listen to you any further. I hop in the vehicle.
Dante, did you follow them as they left, or?
Yeah, I was pretty much when I stormed off, just standing by the vehicle, still staying out of sight with my shadow cloak ability thing.
Yeah, you just hop
Let's
in the
see.
damn car. What the fuck?
From where are you guys currently at?
Alright.
1388 Eisenhower.
And
655 Louisville. So
And what
yeah,
did I say the other one was?
It's 1388 to 655 Louisville. Pretty sure
From the
friends
park.
being held at
Alright, so it's about 15-minute drive, the fastest route available.
okay. After we pick her up and we leave, I'm going to, I guess, not stunt drive, but basically make sure we're not being followed. If that makes any sense.
Okay, you want to take maybe different turns, loop back on
Yeah.
yourself. Let's see if you have any knowledge of how to lose a tail.
Okay.
And on top of that, I have to ask another question.
What?
You still have a party member that's missing.
I was going to be humming, again, the same little ditty that I hummed earlier, a little ditty called Hey Jude, while I had the door open to my side.
Oh, no. He's not coming in yet.
Yeah, that's why I was waiting to see if anything would happen.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are getting in the car and getting ready. What is Judd? What were you doing during the entire thing?
Well, I was over at the hospice parking lot kind of watching what was going on. I didn't really want to get closer. Was I able to see the Baron and his people leave?
You watched them walk out towards the back of the gardens.
Yeah.
Let's see. From there, do you want to follow suit or just give me a view from where you're currently at?
I'm going to. I'm obfuscated, but I'm also going to stealth. Because I kind of want to see where they go.
Alright. Where did I lost the gardens? Give me a second. There they are. Okay, so you're hidden.
I'm gonna spend a willpower. And that's one more, so a total of 5 successes.
Alright. So, yeah, you follow suit, and they follow a trail that leads back around towards... Where did you say you were at? You're at the hospice?
I was at the hospice.
Okay. So, yeah, they're walking to a vehicle in the parking lot at the hospice.
Okay, I see.
There is a black SUV parked, if you're looking at the map.
Mm-hmm.
See a white pickup?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an actual black SUV, like a limo SUV parked right there.
Okay. Do they say anything as they're leaving?
You hear him on the phone, and he's talking to somebody. You hear a name. Give me a minute and I'll tell you that name. Yeah, the name was Merrick. He says, Merrick, yeah, disregard any further questioning of Miss Heartstorm. It seems that we may have been mistaken. She actually told us everything she knows. So, leave her there. You can back away and observe from a distance, but leave her there. And the gentleman in question will be there shortly to retrieve her. No, I don't think they're going to be any more concerned on that matter. I don't think they have any idea as to who leaked the information. So let's continue to investigate on that. Yes, I think we do need to put at least one person on them to find out what their allegiances actually are. They're an interesting group, to say the least. Well,
Okay.
why don't you put... I have a good idea. Why don't you put... Give me a second. I gotta bring her name up. Yeah, put Sienna on it. Well, no, because one of them has kind of a... Just trust me, Sienna will work. And that's all you get from it.
Okay, that's fine. Is Sienna with a C or an S?
S. Alright, and that's all the information you get, and you guys are standing there holding the door open.
So, we got an address for where your friend's at, and we're good to go pick him up, it would appear, Dante, if you want to do that.
Whenever we're in the car, I'll turn off my shop. Go, yeah, that would be
Oh, there you are.
appreciate.
Hey, Dante, would you trade places with me?
Trade places.
Like,
Sure.
so, because you're in the very back, close to the stuff in the back. So she crawls over the seats and gets back there as you go back, and she starts pulling stuff back there. And as y'all are talking, she changes into an outfit that looks like Nurse Joy from Pokemon.
I love that.
I mean, your friend's hurt. Gotta help.
Yeah. That's a point.
So are we like the only two vampires who can't disappear like that?
I can't disappear. Like
Okay, so after a few minutes,
Oh,
they
okay.
get he and a couple of the gun guys get in the SUV. There was a driver that opens the door for him, lets him in. You'll notice that a few moments later, before the SUV actually pulls away, two armored vehicles come from one of the sides of the building, pull up, one in front, one behind, and escort him away.
Okay.
And that's, yeah, they pull off and leave.
Okay. And then I will text Dom.
Okay.
Do we know if Jude's back yet?
Goes off eventually.
So, Marcus,
Yeah.
you seem to be using TV things for your vampire analogies. You're getting a really big Drusilla vibe from Sparkles. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Whose vibe?
Drusilla, I think's the
Drusilla.
name.
So,
Oh, that's a perfect one.
quietly while we're all in the vehicle.
Priscilla Winters? From Young and Restless?
No. Buffy the
No, no,
Vampire
no.
Slayer.
From Buffy
Oh.
and Angel. Drusilla.
Okay. Let's go.
I think it's Drusilla.
It's Drusilla.
Yes. Okay. I recognize who that one is. Yeah. Cool. Cool.
So apparently, somebody was sneaking about, and apparently we have a tail on us now at some point, but I don't know if it's anything to really worry about.
But your friend's hurt. We need to go help her.
And I'm gonna
Yeah,
add one more thing.
I wasn't gonna say we shouldn't go pick up your
Nurse
friend.
Nurse Sparkles wants to help your friend. Please let me help her.
We can. I'm just gonna. Do we got everybody? I never know
think-
when Jude's around.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, Jude, you here?
No, I don't think he's here. He's just let me know it'll be a little bit important for if we go to our homes or go to the club. Especially, now that we have multiple somebodies looking at the club.
Yeah, we'll probably. I had a feeling we'd get followed. But
They're probably just covering themselves to make sure we aren't camera and watching out and looking for them, trying to pick apart anything on their end.
Okay. Did he say where we're gonna meet him?
No, he did not, but I'll ask if he's gonna head home or if we're gonna need to pick him up. And I'll send him that text.
Okay. You'll get back. Going back home.
No, we won't need to pick him up. He's gonna be
Okay. I'll drive on out and to Lincoln.
Yep, 6:55.
Okay.
Or not Lincoln, Louisville.
Yeah, it takes
So-
you about 15 minutes due to the fact there's no traffic right now.
So we're not going to see Destro anymore tonight?
No, unfortunately not. Destro went home.
I really have to get him some clothes.
There's several thrift stores that are open all night long.
Thrift stores. All of a sudden you get this look from Sparkles like, I use quality fabrics. So, no thrift stores.
Well, his crib could use some decoration. Maybe we should give her his address.
I don't know. I think that's more of something he would give.
Yeah. So we pull up.
Yep, so let's go ahead and change you over to that map. Where did I put it? There it is. There you go. That's where the address gives you.
This is a great museum, by the way.
I guess it's time to go find your friend there, Dante.
It would honestly help me not want to lose my shit, so I would appreciate that. What was that Baron's name again? The one that we just met at the park?
Talon Tudor?
Alright, just making a mental note for later.
Whatever you're trying to wits and aware, you don't wits and aware anything. You think it's clear.
Yeah. Are we sure they sent us to the right place? Because it doesn't look like in base here.
I would assume they'd be inside somewhere, not outside.
Let's see.
But yeah, I would like to look for a tail since it was mentioned.
Alright, give me You can give me the same roll, wits and awareness, while I try to figure something else for you.
2.
You're certain that you didn't have any vehicles behind you on the way here? Alright, where is it?
Maybe it'll be later, not right now.
Alright, as you arrive, you do notice, based on the video, the picture that I've put here is not up to date. You do notice that there is some construction and stuff going on around the museum. The caboose is not in the middle anymore. This is the same yard, is it not? Yes, it is. There's containers laying around. The caboose itself looks like it's been backed up into this section here that I can't ping on the map for some reason. And it's because I'm on map layer, that's why. There we go. Yep. Very
Okay.
good. Yeah. The caboose has been parked in there next to this car that works, train car. And there's debris laying around, and you see where there's like concrete laying here, or other construction materials that's just kind of strewn here and there, or stacked in piles here and there. So what would you guys like to do?
Before I get out the car, I'm
and there's a tent. Sorry, right here. That runs
be as
from
stealthy as
here
possible before-
to here.
Do we think they're in the trailer, or do you think she's inside?
You asking me as the player? Or you asking me as a?
I'm asking the group in the car.
I just want to make sure.
I'm not sure. What would probably be the quietest place? Probably not a train car. Probably inside somewhere.
Probably.
But I mean, we can look around.
So Sparkles gets out, goes to the back, pops the trunk, pulls out a doctor's bag, pulls out a Jigglypuff stuffed Miller thing, and you notice that one thing that's out of place is the Baroness's gun is still on her. So when she comes back around, okay, I'm ready. Let's go help your friend. You gotta catch them all.
Catch what?
Scott, I have to say you play Malkavian pretty well.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. So let's go. Which way do we go?
Alright, so let me see where I'm at here.
I'm activating Shadow Cloak.
You do notice when you came up that some of the buildings back behind it are abandoned.
Okay, yeah, the building's behind it then. Might be worth looking into.
Okay.
No, that's
Sounds
okay.
like Is there a scent or something? That's all like the movies say vampires heighten sense of smell, you know. Maybe I'll smell it.
Alright, just
Your friend is Kindred, right?
Yes.
Okay. So probably not sweat or anything like that, but blood probably.
Probably.
Wouldn't be able to smell the blood? What would I roll for heightened senses? Just with some resolve. Okay.
sure, why not?
Well, that's what it said under the dice pool.
Yeah, roll me a sniff check. You know, you can use your willpower to reroll 2 of those.
Alright.
It's not that hunger dice.
D8s. Or D10s.
Correct.
10s.
No.
Negative.
Yeah, the only thing you smell is Sparkle's perfume.
Dude here?
You smell Sparkle's perfume.
What are you trying to do? Get a loogie out of your nose?
That smell is intoxicating.
I have some in the car if you would like. I can spray some on you.
Oh, he's gonna be smelling himself all night long if you did that.
Is that a bad thing?
He's easily addicted to pretty and smelly things.
Well,
Corridor.
I know that you're addicted to being dead. I am pretty.
So, does anybody else want to give me maybe a wits and awareness? I see that Dom, you did that earlier for the tail.
I could try again. It's probably a willpower. Yeah, I'm gonna use a willpower. Hey, so that is
Excellent.
what would that be? That's
The
4,
two
5?
criticals, aren't they?
Yeah, they're 2 criticals on not hunger dice, so that would be 4 plus 1.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, the only thing you notice. Well, let's just rephrase that when I say the only thing. You do notice that there is somebody on top of the building to the right. There's looks like a fellow with a scope on the roof up there. He's trying to do his best to stay hidden, but with that roll, you got him. Oh, okay. I was
Rifle
checking
scope
a message.
or just binocular scope?
Rifle scope, but you don't see his hand on the trigger.
Okay.
It's like he's using the scope to keep an eye on things.
Gotcha.
But you do hear the noise of someone talking or partying or hanging out or whatever.
Okay.
You've heard a noise like this before, when you first woke up in your new world.
Gotcha. I'll look at him and point in that direction quizzically.
Okay.
Obviously making it so he knows I see him.
He doesn't move, phase, doesn't decide to run and hide. He stays right where he's at, keeps the scope on you.
I just kind of looked at him like, gotcha. And walk and let him know I hear noises in that direction. But I think it might be kids partying.
You get which way you guys heading in? I don't want to tell you how to do it.
I'm just mentioning the noises I heard of
Oh
possible
my
partying.
god, it's an Amber Alert. Those poor people, this poor girl or guy or whatever it is. Oh, I'm sorry, let's go. Where are we going again?
I'll mention to everybody what I heard. So, what are you thinking, Dante? We're
Dude,
I-
we could check the noise, or we could check inside the other building. Which one's close? Actually,
The
let's
noise
just
is
check
coming from the big building, circle building in front of you. It
Then we'll
sounds.
go aside.
It sounds like it's coming from in here.
okay.
Alright, we'll do that. I will check the big building if everyone wants
Yeah,
to.
the big building. There's a guy right here. I think you can barely catch the corner right here on the map.
Gotcha.
That's where the guy with the scope's at, and he's just clocking you. He watches you when you get out of your vehicle, and he's watching you walk in this area. When you got right about here is when you heard what sounded like just drinking, loud music, partying.
If anyone's hungry and is willing to, bust a party, but I think it's probably elsewhere.
With your 5 successes, you definitely catch that somebody says, "Check it out, there's a girl in here."
Oh, yeah, no, it's definitely over
It's probably the best way to point you in the right direction.
there. Yep.
What would a bunch of drunk teenagers do when they come across a girl tied to a chair?
Hey, look, a dead body.
As you get closer, you probably hear a conversation along those lines. Is she dead? What the hell happened to her? She looks dead.
You're a friend. What do you want to do?
Go straight to the noise where people, I guess, shouting that if I hear that.
You walk in, you see about 10 young adults, all, punk rocked up, dressed up, leather jackets, beer bottles, loud rock and roll music. And they're just kind of like looking at the girl in the chair, and they don't want to get too close because they don't know if she's alive or dead. One of them looks like he's going to get brave enough to walk up and check out the body.
So before we go inside, I'm going to turn off the shadow cloak because it doesn't look like I need it right now, and then walk up to the person trying to touch her, put my hand on his shoulder and say, "Just don't," and then shove him out the way.
All right.
I was gonna say, who wants to pretend to be a cop?
Is it a light shove, heavy shove?
I would probably say a heavy shove.
All right. So you shove him out of the way and say, "Don't." With that, you hear some bottles breaking behind you. As it appears that some of the gentlemen in the group took offense to that and broke bottles over something to, have a weapon in hand.
Oh my God! Don't do that. That poor girl. And I do the running where everything's jiggling as I go up to her. So, trying to get everyone to look at me.
You do.
Or at least, and I look at them and go, "Please leave. We gotta take care of her. If not, someone might get hurt, and we don't want that."
What the fuck?
I'll slowly put on some brass knuckles, but that's just gonna make things worse if I hit them.
Hey, if y'all all scoot to the side and let me take care of her, I'll give you blowjobs.
How to respond to that?
Oh my God. Dead body? Blowjobs. Blowjobs next to his
Okay,
dead body.
so you get a few of them that are interested, and they're like, "Oh man, just let us take care of her, man. This would be good." And you got a couple of girls like, please." and a few of the guys are like, "What the
I will do
fuck?"
I will do you after them. I'm an equal opportunity blower.
Won't you give me a manipulation, persuasion, or something?
Charisma, manipulation, persuasion, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, sure.
So while that's happening, I'm gonna go behind my friend on the chair, just kind of put my hands on her shoulders. But when I activate Shadow Cloak this time, because it also helps in intimidation against mortals, I'm going to use it and just scream "leave" to try and intimidate everyone to leave the building.
Alright, so why don't you give me a roll for that too? Should be another manipulation / intimidation, I believe.
So
But you can add your what's your cloak?
It's a 2 dice bonus.
Yeah, go ahead and add the 2 dice bonus to it.
So mine is just persuasion and manipulation, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, because someone said charisma too, so I was like,
Yeah, it'd be the attribute plus the skill. So
Okay.
whichever skill you wish to use plus the attribute.
I'm gonna spend the willpower on that.
Okay. So yeah, you have a few of them that are definitely interested in just letting you do what you got to do, and maybe you'll take care of them afterwards. But at the same time, what did you get on yours?
3.
successfully scare off a few of them. But more of them are intrigued about what's going to happen with the crazy girl next. The girls who came with guys are like dragging them off. A couple of the guys that were all into this with your three, they take off running because you just spooked the shit out of them. So we'll see. That'll leave us with 4. Looks like we've got 4 people still standing around, waiting on Crazy One to finish doctoring the dead body and then come to take care of their personal needs.
So let's the chair now.
Yeah, she's in the chair, but you can see that her hands are shackled behind her and hooked to the bottom of the chair. And they're shackled, not zip tied or anything like that, because reasons. She is in rough shape. She looks like she's been burned in places. She has been poked, stabbed with some sort of needle in places, and it looks like she's got some bludgeoning damage as well. So whoever they worked her over. She still has all her digits. She's not got any body parts missing, but they did work her over physically. And she is currently in, I guess a stupor, torpor.
Torpor.
Yeah.
I'll go up and it looks like she's kind of stuck. I can try and free that if you wish.
Go for it.
So Dex larceny.
Go for it.
This is only gonna end horribly.
Let's see.
Hey, last time you did that, you broke my wrist, you asshole.
I know. That's why I'm saying this is gonna end horribly. Yeah, that's 2. I'm gonna go ahead and roll 2 more. 1 more willpower. 3.
All right. You when you first attempt it, your lockpick set kind of slips a little bit, but you're able to get in there and pop it open without breaking any wrists.
Good. Yeah, I think yeah, he's good.
And when you're doing so, you do notice that a few of her fingers are broken, but they are still attached to the body.
She'll heal.
So when I see that he finally let her go, I'll pick her up, bridal style, and just walk out the building.
As you pick her up and start walking, I'd say we can take you home in the vehicle, so you're not carrying a body throughout the streets.
And
I'm not gonna walk her home. I'm just gonna walk her to the car, and I'll meet y'all there.
As you start walking, you said your home was broken in. Do you have anywhere to stay?
Shit, no, I don't.
hold up there for a second. I can help out with that. Gentlemen. And as I look at them, I go, you know what? I only really want to give one person a blowjob. So why don't y'all fight for the privilege? And I'm going to use mesmerize on them.
Okay, go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead. Roll.
Well, they say, from what I'm reading here, no roll is required against an unprepared mortal victim.
Oh, okay. So yeah, the 4 of them just kind of look at you, look at each other, and they still got glass bottles in their hands, and they just start beating the shit out of each other.
Okay, we can leave now. As I do the bunny hop going out.
Well, she might be hungry when this is all over.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, you know, survival of the fittest.
Peckish myself.
Beat each other up, and then we can just take the one who looks the most bloody, and we'll just take that one back.
Okay. You mean I've got to give one a blowjob?
No, we can. I'll make sure they don't remember that.
Oh, okay. So, I'm gonna sit down and wait and watch the fight.
I'm gonna sit down, kind of having her like in my lap, holding her, trying to comfort her, even though she's in torpor.
So, it takes a little while. I mean, granted, two of them go down fast, but then the last two are. It's one of those barely standing, still throwing punches kind of scenarios.
Oh, and as this goes on, I do make a phone call, and I call one of my contacts and go, "Hey, I need a good hotel suite in town. It's a fast deal, so we need a suite. No questions asked. Back entrance like always. Yes, I know it's going to cost a little bit extra, and make sure you tip them.
Do you want
Not
your
with your-
typical?
Yeah, the typical.
Okay.
But I need it for two groups this time.
Oh, you know the deal. We'll take care of it.
Thank you, sweetie. It's starting to smell good in here now with all that blood.
Yeah, blood everywhere.
I'm
Two of them might not actually. The two that went down fast might not actually survive. Because they got cut pretty deep with the bottles in the initial melee.
Oops.
Hey,
While
you
they're
can hide it. Dom, you can hide it.
Could try.
Alright, so it gets down to the last two, and like I said, the bottles are broke by this time. So they don't have any bottles, they're just fists, and they're swinging. At one point in time, they're both down on their knees, holding each other by their jackets and just punching each other.
I got money on the orange one.
And so finally, well, you put money on it. Hold on. Alright, the red one is your orange.
Gotcha.
How much did you put down?
I put like maybe $5 on it.
Alright, anybody else taking that bet?
Stuff.
Sure, I'll take that bet. $5.
Alright, so you're betting against the one in the orange.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's going to be a straight even. I'm not going to put any odds on this. But, you lost, Devin.
Alright.
The one of the orange throws the last punch, and it's just kind of like on his knees, just kind of barely upright. He's, I win.
I'll go over and pick him up. He's like, yeah, you got that, and then I'll knock him out.
Doesn't take much.
And
I'll walk up and just go, just kind of pat on my shoulder like, that's my orange boy. And then like look in the eyes like, look, but this never happened. And then I'll use, what was it, cloud memory.
Alright.
I was gonna feed to get a little bit back.
Oh, I'll wait till it gets done feeding and then I'll cloud memory.
Since he's helpless, I was just gonna feed just a little bit to take up the hunger. Just 1 point.
Alright. So, yeah, it doesn't take much. Like I said, the other two, let's see.
And then I would close the wounds on the ones that are bleeding.
Yeah, you're certain they'll survive. There's just a lot of blood.
Yep.
I'll take whichever the one that's closest to me, kind of like pick him up, I guess, and like feel in my pockets, like, oh yeah, they took my axe. So I'll look around, so I'm like, does someone have a knife or something I can use real quick?
Give me a wits and awareness.
Got you.
The answer on my end is no, because I got a pistol. So,
But there's like broken glass all over the floor.
yeah, besides the broken glass. We are at a construction site too.
1.
you saw.
And one.
You won.
Okay. Yeah. You'll have to ask. So you're too fixated on her and her problem, her condition, than actually look around and see if you can find anything in the site that you're sitting at.
Well, like everyone just brought up earlier, I'll just grab a broken piece of glass, kind of grab one of the mortals on the ground, just kind of, I guess, drag him a bit over to her, and just slit his left wrist and put it over her mouth.
Okay. It doesn't take much. She starts to feed. Now she is in a state that she's not going to stop.
I will forcibly stop if necessary.
I'm about to say, I'm not going to, because I don't know him. He doesn't mean anything to me. I'm not the one who killed him, so it wouldn't hurt my feelings.
From everything I've been taught, murder is bad, especially for the masquerade, so I am a bit hungrier, but I have my potions going to stop her if forcibly necessary.
All right. I mean, it's not going to be like a big fight to try to stop it. You see that she gets real close to finishing him. You can see, his tone, his skin starts to change, and you are able to yank his wrist free of her. She's too weak at the moment to resist you pulling it away. You catch it on just barely there. Now give me a second. I have to find the actual information to let you know how much she gains back.
Catch him, close the wound, and I'm a little bit hungry. I'll grab another body. And just one more. Close that wound.
That is not the one I wanted.
Well, while that happens, he stopped her from draining him. I'll just look him in the eyes and go, "We're going to sleep good tonight." And this never happened. And use cloud memory.
Doesn't take much. He is he just lays back and passes out.
When he passes out, I have him buy the shirt. I'll just drop him, just go drop jackass, and just go back to Celeste.
Alright, so give me a moment. I gotta find the actual chart to tell you how much she got. Here we go.
So you really made those for fight without much trouble, Sparkles.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're new mortals. Don't you understand?
Okay.
Don't you understand when you look at them, you gaze into their eyes, and they'll do anything you ask
No.
them.
No.
She's not fully wrong. I've seen it happen a few times.
Okay.
And then the two that you didn't cloud your memory on, Sparkles goes over, undoes their pants, pulls them down, so they'll think they got a blowjob.
You want me to wipe their memory too? You just want to leave them like that with the pants off? Because I can tell them you did.
I didn't take their pants off. I just took them down. I mean, if I'm gonna be in this environment, I would like to take my pants off.
Do any of them have money?
Yes.
Any cash on them?
Yes. You find like 20 on one, 13 on the other. One guy's got like 2 lottery tickets that, that's all he's got in his wallet.
I'm not gonna steal his lottery tickets, but I'll take the $33.
Yeah. You find, and like a handful of like $5 worth of quarters in the other guy's pocket.
Nah, he needs that if he's got quarters on him.
I'll take the quarters and give it to Dante. Here's your $5.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, that works. And then I'll go up to the peep two that she took their pants semi down or something, and just like cloud memory on both, and just tell them, dude, you got the best head you ever had in your life, and just leave them there.
Yep. All right.
Walk back to Celeste.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. You tell that to them, and look what happens to them. Pointing at their junk.
Well, they're drunk, young enough where hormones, I guess, are still high. I don't know. It's been a while.
Listen, it's getting close to like the dawn, and my contact has got us a place to go. We're going to like the
You're going to the Thunderbird.
whatever the one of the high-end hotels in town is called, and I've got us a suite that we can stay in for the night.
All right. So let's see.
That would be the JW Marriott Savannah Plant Riverside District. It's up by the river.
Which side of the river, east or west?
Or you can always go to the NBC Suites
Or
Hilton
I should
Savannah.
say north or south. But yeah,
While I'm laying there holding Celeste, I'll just turn off my shadow cloak and play.
Let's
Or if you want
ask.
to be in a really neat boutique hotel, there's the Thunderbird.
So, what kind of hotel are we referring to for Sparkles? Are we high end kind of deal?
Yeah, four, not the 5-star. We want the 4-star because they have the best back entrances.
Okay, give me a second.
And she's rich, but she's not, 5-star rich.
What the hell?
Well, while y'all are discussing hotel rooms, you do see Angel grabbing one of the other guys that are knocked out and put his head in one of the guys' lap.
I thought we were going to avoid that, but apparently not.
The Holiday Inn Savannah Historic District.
That works.
Yeah, you've got Hampton Inn Suites in Savannah, $220 a night. I thought there was a way to find a higher price one, but I'm not finding one.
Oh, there are some.
Let me just do a different search.
I mean, the JW Marriott is $390.
That would be the one.
I was gonna say, if you guys want to go there, or there's another place I know where people waking up from bad times like this is a great place to be. It's about 10 feet underground. Offering up jutsu.
Yeah, you just have to deal with, my grandfather, that no one can hear but me.
I'm going to the hotel. If y'all want to go to the other place, go ahead.
Oh no, I got my own home.
Alright, we'll
Fine.
just let you pick whichever one you want to go with.
We'll go to the historic district one.
Okay.
There's trash by the front door, 3 trash in the kitchen, and whatever we got in here.
Look, man, they were just guys that were drunk and having a party. Ain't no need to call them trash.
Yeah.
I'll probably take Celeste to whatever hotel Sparkles is going to.
Alright, and what we already know that Judd took you said you took a roundabout way to get back?
Yep.
Alright, is there any particular reason?
Oh, it's nothing. It's not like I'm worried that somebody is going to,
Okay, so you weren't like
follow
trying to
me.
get information some other way or nothing like that.
No. This is just more of the route he would take to check on people on the street before he got back to the cemetery.
Okay. So everybody goes to their prospective locations for the morning or day or whatever.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
got, so Sparkles and Dante and Celeste are at the hotel in the historic district. Judd has gone home to his crypt, where he gets complaints from his great whatever father about what waste of time he did this evening.
Oh yes, and I will give him an elaborate story that has nothing to do with what we really did.
Dominique will go back to his place. And what about Angel?
Angel's gonna swing by the club, pick up Becky, but this is all after I attempted to lose the tail that we had, that I think we were gonna have.
Right.
Pick up Becky.
Why don't you give me that drive check now?
All right. It's driving Dex, right?
Yeah. It looks
Not
like
bad.
you may have done good. We'll see. Okay. If there anybody was following you, you were able to make whatever kind of sharp turns, cuts, alleyway driving, backtracking, whatever moves you need that you've watched in some weird movie that you've watched in the past to
Fast and
lose the
Furious.
tail, and you make your way back to 51. Becky is sitting at the same table, and it's last call.
Okay.
Sorry. It's last call, and there's very few people in there. She's still sitting in the exact same spot you left her.
Okay.
Almost as if she had no compulsion to do anything else.
Okay. I will pick her up. We'll drive back to her place. And about what time is it? 2:30? 3?
Last call, 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. Let's spend about an hour there, and then get back to my place.
All right. So we will end this evening's festivities with everyone going to their domiciles and resting for the day. We'll pick up next week from there. Let's see what the aftermath ends up being of what happened. I'm sure everything will be fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing bad is going to happen. We made
Never
peace with everyone.
So let me go ahead and close all this down. Thanks everybody for joining us this evening. I didn't actually check to see. Oops, that was a mistake. I even closed it out. Oh well. So thanks for joining us this evening. Remember, we'll be back Wednesday for some organized play when Cosmos Collide. Back Friday for some 5th edition D&D with Lost Beginnings. And we'll be back here again Sunday to find out what more can happen in Savannah with the Kindred of Savannah. So remember, we're in this adventure called Life Together. Keep that golden rule in mind and treat those around you the way you'd like to be treated yourself. And with that, have a good week.